नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, मी अनुजा अनंतराव सुभेदार, सहशिक्षिका नूतन विद्यालय सेलू, आपलं या व्हिडिओमध्ये स्वागत करते. आज आपण 10वीचा सर्कल हा चॅप्टर आणि त्याचा प्रॅक्टिस सेट 3.4 पाहणार आहोत. ओके देन, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, in a circle with center O, length of chord AB is equal to the radius of the circle. Find the measure of each of the following. First one is angle AOB, second one is angle ACB, third arc AB, and fourth one is arc ACB. You can observe the given figure here, and from the figure and given information we are going to solve the 4 points or measures of two angles and measures of the two arcs. What to do here? We are given that chord AB is congruent to radius AO and OB. Then triangle AOB is equilateral triangle, and we know that the measures of angles of equilateral triangle is 60 degree each. So we are getting here angle AOB as 60. The reason is each angle of equilateral triangle is congruent and is of 60 degree, and that is our first point to find out the angle AOB. Now to find out angle ACB. See here we are writing the formula. Angle ACB is inscribed angle from the figure. So measure of angle ACB depends on the arc AB, and that is half of the arc AB. But what is the measure of arc AB? The measure of arc AB depends on its corresponding central angle AOB. Therefore, we are getting measure of arc AB that is equal to measure of angle AOB, that is 60, and that's why measure of angle ACB is half of 60, that is 30. So, our third point, that is to find out measure of arc AB, is also covered here. We find out the measure of arc AB 60 here. Now move towards to find out the measure of arc ACB. As we see in the figure, measure of arc ACB or the arc ACB is measure arc, and we find out the measure of arc ACB by the formula measure of arc ACB is equal to 360 minus measure of arc AB. We have measure of arc AB 60, 360 minus 60, so that we get the measure of arc ACB 300 degree. That's it. Note down it in your book. Now move towards the second question. In the second question, we have to find the measure of angle PQR, measure of arc PQR, measure of arc QR, and measure of angle PRQ. As we see in the figure, we are given PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral with the measure of angle PSR 110 degree, and one more information we have, chord PQ congruent chord RQ. Now let's see here, quadrilateral PQRS is cyclic. So by the property of its opposite angles, we can write it here as measure of angle PQR plus measure of angle PSR is equal to 180. We have angle S 110 degree. We put the value here, and then by solving it as measure of angle PQR plus 110 is equal to 180. Measure of angle PQR we get 70 degree, and that's our first point. Now move towards the second point. We have to find out measure of arc PQR. To find out the arc PQR, we can write it by the formula measure of angle PSR is equal to half of the measure of arc PQR, and we have angle PSR 110. So 110 into 2 gives us the measure of arc PQR as the inscribed angle theorem, and that's why measure of arc PQR we get 220. Now the third case, measure of arc QR. To find out the measure of arc QR, what we have to do? We are given PQ congruent QR. Therefore, from the figure, triangle PQR is isosceles triangle, and as we know, isosceles triangle, the congruent opposite angles to the congruent side are also congruent. That's why angle P and angle R in triangle PQR are congruent. Now by the property of angle addition of a triangle, we can find out the measure of angle measure of angle P plus R plus Q is equal to 180, and then we get P and R congruent. That's why measure of angle QPR plus measure of angle QRP plus angle PQR 70 is equal to total equal to 180. Measure of angle QPR plus measure of angle QPR, because P and R are congruent, we are getting 110. Then twice measure of angle QPR, we are getting 110. And we know by the property of inscribed angle, measure of arc QR is twice the measure of angle QPR, and angle QPR we have 55. That's why measure of arc QR is 110. Now towards find out measure of angle PRQ. As we have already seen that angle QPR equal to angle QRP, and we have angle QPR 55. That's why measure of angle QRP is also 55. Okay. The third question is, we are given cyclic quadrilateral MRPN. Angle R is equal to 5x minus 13 and angle N is equal to 4x plus 4. To find the measure of angle R and measure of angle N, as we are given that quadrilateral MRPN is cyclic, its opposite angles are supplementary. So here measure of angle R and measure of angle N are opposite angles which are supplementary. So we have written here measure of angle R plus measure of angle N is equal to 180. Put the values of angle R and N. 5x minus 13 plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 180. After solving these x terms, 5x plus 4x, that is 9x, minus 13 plus 4, that become minus 9, equal to 180 as it is. Divide the equation by 9, we get x minus 1 is equal to 20. Therefore, x is equal to 20 plus 1, that is 21. The value of x is 21. We have to find out measure of angle R and measure of angle N. So, angle R is equal to 5x minus 13. Instead of x, we are writing now 21. 5 into 21 minus 13. 105 minus 13, that becomes 92. Measure of angle R is 92 degree. Measure of angle N given is 4x plus 4. 4 into x. X is 21. 4 into 21 plus 4. 4 into 21, that is 84, plus 4, that is 88. So the measure of angle N is equal to 88. We have find out both the measures of angle R and N, 92 and 88. Their addition is 180. It means our answer is correct. This is the cross tally of the given question. Now the next question. Here we are given a circle with center O and radius is diameter, so that the arc RS and another arc RMS both are semicircular arcs. Now we have to do the construction here. Why the construction? Because we have to prove here angle RTS is an acute angle where T is the exterior point of the circle. For that we are constructing here seg RT and seg ST. Constructing seg RT, that seg cutting the circle in one point or intersecting the circle in point M. That's why we are getting angle RTS with the point M, R dash M dash T. Okay. Again we are constructing point M to point S, a segment MS. Now move towards the proof. What we have to prove? Angle RTS is an acute angle. It means its measure is less than 90. First of all, we see angle RMS. This is the angle formed in semicircle. And we know that by the property angle RMS, which is constructed in the semicircle, is of 90 degree. That's why angle RMS is of 90 degree. We have written here in the proof, from construction and given information we get angle RMS is equal to 90 degree. Angle RMS, if we observe clearly the figure, angle RMS is the exterior angle of triangle TMS, and by the remote interior angle property, measure of angle RMS is the sum of angle T and angle S. But angle RMS is 90. It means angle T and S both are less than 90. And we have to prove that angle T, it means angle RTS is less than 90, and which means that angle RTS is an acute angle. As I have written the total proof here, you guys also write down the proofs in your regular notebook. Fifth question is for your homework. In the sixth question, we are given the altitudes xt and yz of triangle wxy intersect each other in point P. Now what to prove here? We have to show that quadrilateral WZPT is a cyclic quadrilateral, and another one is to prove that points XZTY are also concyclic. It means firstly to show WZPT is a cyclic quadrilateral. For that we have to prove that opposite angles or the pairs of opposite angles are supplementary. Now go towards the quadrilateral WZPT. As we are given YZ perpendicular to WX, that's why angle Z is of 90. Also XT perpendicular to WY. Therefore angle T is of 90 degree. And in quadrilateral WZPT, angle Z and angle T are opposite angles, and if we take the sum of them Z plus T, that become 90 plus 90 180. It means angle Z and T are supplementary. Now subtract the sum of Z and T from the total sum of angle WZPT, that is 360. Then we will get angle W plus angle P is equal to 180. It means both the opposite pairs, angle Z angle T and angle W angle P, are supplementary. That's why by the converse of cyclic quadrilateral, we can say that WZPT is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now second proof, points XZTY, we have to show these are concyclic. Now see here, XY is a segment and Z and T are the 2 points on the same side of the segment XY. And also these angle Z and T formed by point Z and T with point X and Y are equal. As we see in the figure, angle XZY and angle XTY are of 90 degree each. Then by the theorem, if two points on a given line subtend equal angles at two different points which lie on the same side of the line, then those 4 points are concyclic. Here the line is XY. The 2 points Z and T are on the same side of the line XY and also forms the equal angles, angle Z and angle T. That's why point XZTY are concyclic, and this is our second proof, XZTY are concyclic. Now the seventh question, from figure we are given measure of arc NS, large arc, that is 125, measure of arc EF 37 degree. Then we have to find out measure of angle NMS. We have the formula for measure of angle NMS is equal to measure of large arc NS minus measure of arc EF. As we see in the figure, we observe that angle NMS intercepts the two arcs, arc NS and arc EF. and their subtraction will give us the measure of angle NMS, that we have written the formula. Now put the values. Arc NS is 125, arc EF is 37. 125 minus 37, we get it as 88. Measure of angle NMS is equal to 88 degree. Now 8th point or 8th question. What is given? If we see in the figure, the two chords AC and DE intersect each other in point B inside the circle. Also, the measure of angle ABE is given 108. Measure of arc AE is given 95. And we have to find out the measure of arc DC, which is opposite to the arc AE. Now we have the formula for angle ABE. Which one is given us? 108 degree. And what is that formula? Measure of angle ABE is equal to half of the sum of measure of arc AE and measure of arc DC. Now put the values. Measure of angle ABE 108. I have shifted the 2 to the angle side into 2 is equal to measure of arc AE 95 plus measure of arc DC we have to find out. We put the given values here. Therefore measure of arc DC we get 216 minus 95 and that is equal to 121. Measure of arc DC is equal to 121. Here the practice set 3.4 is completed. Students, please note down all these examples with the answers in your notebook and study the further examples. Okay, thank you. We will see with the next practice set 3.5 in the next video. Till then, do the study properly.